Hello everyone, this is Ben with iPhone. Today we're going to go over how to use a speaker with an LEF Series answering station. These take the place of a door station, which opens up new options, like connecting a ceiling-mounted speaker for observation rooms, or using a third-party speaker that fits the requirements for a hazardous environment. Speakers can be connected to the stations by themselves, or in conjunction with a third-party call button. We'll be showing examples of both. We'll be using this speaker configured for 8 ohms today, but any 8 or 20 ohm speaker will work in its place. As always, be sure to exercise caution when working with any sort of low voltage electronics. Remove power to the stations when interacting with the wires or the internal components. First off, we'll connect a speaker with no call button to our LEF3L answering station. Open the station by prying off the plate around the buttons. Then loosen the screw holding the front and backs of the station together. Be careful when opening the station, since the front and back are still connected by a cable. If the speaker has multiple taps, be sure to use the 8 or 20 ohm taps, rather than any sort of powered input. Connect one of the taps on E on the answering station. Any of the numbered channels on the answering station can be used. For this example, we'll select channel 1. So it looks like everything is hooked up, but we've actually introduced a problem. Let's see what happens when we turn the power back on. What's going on here? When an ordinary door station is used, the 1 and negative terminals are connected between the stations, and these short together when the call button is pressed, generating the chime. This LEF3L is currently configured for a 2-wire setup, which leaves the E and negative shorted together. So, connecting the speaker directly to 1 and E creates the short. The LEF3L registers this as a call, so it will chime continuously until you select a channel. There are 2 ways to fix this. If you switch over to a 3-wire style and remove the jumper between E and negative on the answering station, there is no completed circuit between 1 and negative, so no chime. However, this would be a problem if we were using any regular door stations in the 2-wire style, since that would prevent them from calling in at all. The other way to correct this problem is to add a capacitor in line with terminal 1. We'll be using an iPhone model NP-25V, which is a 33 microfarad, 25 volt, non-polarized capacitor. When we use the capacitor to interrupt the channel terminal, we can now turn the station back on, and the chime will have vanished. On the LEF3L, we can select the channel, hold down talk to speak, release to listen, then press off to end the call. Now that you've seen how to use a third-party speaker with the station, we're ready to add on a call button. Today we'll be using this simple normally open switch as our call button, but any sort of call button or normally open device will behave the same. We'll open up the station again, and then remove the jumper between E and negative. Then we wire our button onto the channel in negative while keeping the speaker on 1 and E. Once we power back up, our speaker and call button now work like any sort of LE Series door station. The answering station chimes when we hit the call button, and then we select the channel and communicate with the speaker as normal. We can hit talk to speak, release to listen, then off once we're done. Now that we've demonstrated how this works, here are some general tips and tricks. You can use a mix of speakers and door stations without any issue. Ultimately, the door station is just a smaller speaker with a call button built in. However, you would never want to attach a door station to the same channel as a speaker, since that will result in reduced volume for both speakers and possibly static or other noise. An external speaker will not be any louder than a typical door station. That's because the LEF answering station is only outputting so much volume. If you need to increase your outgoing volume for noisy environments, you would want to look into another system, such as our IXG series. If you are using the speaker to monitor a room, you can leave the speaker on indefinitely. Calls in this system don't end until the answering station's off button is pressed. Note that even if you have multiple speakers attached to the station, you can only monitor 1 channel at a time. And that covers how to add a third-party speaker to an LEF series system. For more details and wiring diagrams, you can see our technical knowledge base in the video description below. And thank you for watching.